Yo, are you in business and you're thinking about buying cars, giant houses? Basically, you're just in it for the money? Well, I want you to watch this video because in this video I'm going to explain why I'm never going to buy those things and why you probably don't want to either.
For the rugged. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all.
Yo, what's going on? It is Miguel, and if this is your first time on this channel, first off, I would like to say welcome and thank you for checking out the video. And on this particular channel, I like to talk about all things business, self-development related, all that sort of stuff. I'm sure you probably guessed. So, me personally, I own a six-figure agency, and I don't really have much, and I feel like it's partially holding me back. Because if you look on Instagram, if you look on YouTube, you do not have to go very far before you see the business guru running around flashing fancy clothes, fancy cars, fancy cribs, just spending every single dollar that they make on things. Very materialistic. And I do not say this from a ego standpoint where I'm looking down on all of them like, you suckers, you buying stuff. I do not look at it in that frame of mind. Instead, I am looking at it as a different perspective. These are people who were like, I want to make money so I can buy stuff. All power to them. Much love, whatever makes them happy, if that is in fact what makes them happy. And now this is just my opinion. I will probably get hated for it from some crowds, but some people are going to love me. I'm going to be very polarizing with this statement. I do not believe that a lot of people buy these things in order to fulfill their own happiness. I believe they buy it for two different reasons. One, a lot of people who buy this stuff are filling a void deep within inside themselves that they aren't entirely sure what's even creating that void within inside themselves. I think that is a big reason. I think another reason why a lot of people get into business and the first thing that they want to do is start buying fancy stuff and flashing it on Instagram is because it definitely, there's no question about this. It attracts an audience. It attracts an audience because it's undeniable proof that you have money in your pocket. If you're running around in Louis Vuitton, you have a Lambo, you have a Rolls Royce, whatever it is, if you have these nice things and there's evidence of you having these nice things on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, then it's undeniable proof that you actually have money. No bullshit, this actually happened. Someone came up to me at an event and he was asking me different questions about whether or not he could work with me. And he was saying how he needed different ways that he can prove to his business partner or his boss, whatever the relationship was, that I was legit and that I was someone that definitely needed to be worked with. And he was saying that his boss, like no joke, no bullshit, this really happened. His boss was saying that he wasn't sure whether or not I was a proven case because I didn't have a bunch of fancy stuff. I wasn't running around with a nice car. I didn't have some Gucci flip-flops. I wasn't like flashing a bunch of stuff. So it's like, are you sure this person actually knows what they're talking about? I mean, I don't see the Lambo. How do I know this person actually has money? So that is just the true nature of what is going on. A lot of people will base whether or not you are actually successful based off of the image that you portray. And right now we live in a world where the materialistic items that you have are an indicator on whether or not you are actually a successful business person. And that's nothing that I can really hate on. It's the truth about what it is, the world that we live in. I'm just not going to attract that crowd, which just so happens to be the majority of people. It's one of those things that I just have to deal with. But I do not actually resonate with that, which is why I will never actually do that. I don't like buying stuff. I don't like flashing stuff in people's faces because I legitimately feel like when I was into that stuff, when that was something that I was actually interested in, I noticed that whenever I saw that stuff and I didn't actually have the money to buy that stuff, it would make me feel bad. It would make me feel like I wasn't doing enough, or I wasn't any form of successful. And then when I started to not actually like that stuff, when my attachment to materialistic objects started to peel away, whenever I saw that stuff, the relationship changed, but it was still a negative relationship, because it was whenever I saw people with these things, it became, damn, like, am I living life wrong because I don't like this stuff? Am I doing something wrong because, like, I don't want to go to the club and spend all the money that I earned on a bunch of bottles and attracting materialistic girls who are only interested in me for my money? Like, am I doing something wrong? So for this reason, whenever I see people who are interested in that stuff, it is not hate. It is purely for my own mental health. I immediately mute them, because that is not stuff that I want to see. I'm very self-aware within my body. I would suggest that you start paying attention to this too. But I know that when I see that stuff, it gives me a negative feeling inside. So the first thing I do is mute people who ever have that stuff, or unfollow them entirely if I don't actually know them. So that is the other reason why I feel like a lot of people actually do that. And that is the reason why I never will. And plus, if you are actually watching this video, you're probably in a similar boat as me, which means you'll actually resonate a little bit more with me versus all of those other people, because you are not materialistic. All of the people who I talk to who are interested in my content, whenever I have a conversation with them about this stuff, one of the first things they say is like, yeah, I'm not really interested in like all the flashy stuff. I'm just interested in entrepreneurship, and I'm just trying to learn. That's what it is almost every single time. So I know the statement that this video is going to be polarizing, but it will attract the people who are actually thinking similar to me. The third reason why I feel like you should not spend your money on a bunch of materialistic objects if you are into entrepreneurship and actually building a business is for that exact reason. When you're spending all of your money on a bunch of things, a bunch of objects, then you're not able to use that money. Like, money is a tool. It is a tool that you can use to make things happen, to bring stuff to you, to get yourself to places. It is a tool. And if you are too busy spending all of your money on things, then you're not able to use that tool to better help you in your business. If you are not aware, I do not edit my videos for any reason other than the fact that I literally just do not want to. As simple as the editing may seem, it is not something that I want to do. So I used my tool, money, to find someone who could help me, who freaking loves editing videos, and I give him some of my tools so that he can use his skill to help me in what it is that I'm trying to do. Now, I could have used that money to buy a nicer jacket. Like, I've had this thing since maybe like sophomore junior year of college. I've had this hoodie for that long. I could have used that money to buy some nice hoodie that'll make people turn around and look at me and go, wow, that's a really nice hoodie. I could have done that. I could have bought a nice hoodie so that I can take some dope pictures and get a lot of awesome comments on my Instagram pictures. But I do not care about any of that. And if you are on this video, and if you watched for this long, I'm gonna make the assumption that you probably don't really care about that much either. So I would suggest you just use all of your tools, the money that you make from any of your business ventures, freelance stuff, any of that stuff, to better move you forward in your business ventures. So buy more books, buy more courses, buy equipment that you can use that is better going to help you. I'm going to get a new camera eventually, so the picture on my videos looks even more crystal clear. These are things that you can do. You can buy a new computer. You can take a trip to a business event. You can do all sorts of things if you decide to not spend your money on a bunch of stuff and instead spend your money furthering your business ventures. Now, for this reason, the reasons that I mentioned in this video, this is why I will never buy a Lambo a villa. I even think the apartment that I have right now is too fancy, and I plan on, when this lease ends, I plan on getting a significantly smaller spot, way less amenities, so that I can just chill, be me, save even more money, and use my money for things that actually enrich my life, like being able to take trips back to LA so I can chill with my family, being able to buy food that is nourishing for my body, being able to take trips to business ventures, being able to spend money on ads, all sorts of things that enrich. I'm gonna use my riches to enrich. Who would have thought you could spend your money on anything other than a Lambo? So that is just me. If you are a Lambo or Gucci owner and I'm ruffling your feathers right now, I apologize. It's all love. No bullshit. I love your face. I'm sorry that I've upset you. But if you do have a Lambo and you're like, damn, I bought a Lambo, now what do I do? Fucking sell it, bro. The world does not have limitations as much as some people would like you to believe. You are capable of doing anything you want. You can sell, you can trade that Lambo in, you can donate all your clothes, and you can live a minimalist lifestyle while stacking bread, just because it's kind of just like fun to see what you're capable of. So I'll go ahead and leave it at that. If you made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you. You are dope. And if you could do me a really solid favor, I would ask that you like this video. Comment below what you think about Lambos and Gucci and all that stuff, all these things that are paraded around the internet nowadays, especially in the business world. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Go ahead and have arguments down there, and subscribe for more videos, of course. So thanks again, and peace.